Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of Crackin Up podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about potential transfers that have already been made, and get into detail with that. Adam, how are you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, thanks. So, transfers. Let's get talking. Really, Right. First of all, big question: what player are you most excited to see next year in the Premiership?
Well, for players that already signed, you mean?
Yeah. So already confirmed signings. Yeah.
Hakim Ziyech.
Oh, yeah.
He's a baller. I mean, you seen what he did at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. That assist to Promes and also the goal near enough from a corner. It was a free kick, but it was near enough from the corner. And you've seen like Champions League. All the other Champions League games with him involved in when Ajax had that amazing spell. You've seen how good he is.
Yeah.
So he's a very skinny lad. He's not very physical. He's not very strong.
Got good feet though.
He has got very good feet, but the Premier League's a very physical league. But I mean, like he was saying in an interview, like football is about your mind and stuff like that. So, be interesting to see. I mean, they've got Werner as well. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'd say that's the one I'm most excited for.
So basically, Chelsea. You're interested to see Chelsea. I'm interested to see Chelsea, and apparently, obviously, they've been the number one target now is Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz today has decided he wants to join Chelsea, even if they don't get Champions League.
I know. Didn't he say he'd go play for a team if they didn't get the Champions League?
He said at first he would only go to Chelsea if they secured Champions League spot, and he'll only go to a Champions League club. But now he said, I want to go to Chelsea regardless of what they get. So
yeah,
having the German link up between Havertz and Werner, basically, I think what they would play is like some sort of 4-3-3 with Ziyech on the right, Werner up top, and then Havertz in behind with like
what about
Kante.
Pulisic?
Pulisic can go on the left, and then probably Kante and Kovacic.
What do you think will happen with Tammy Abraham? Do you reckon he'll stay or do you reckon he's gonna leave?
Well, Giroud's rumoured to go to Inter Milan, so he'd probably keep him and then sell off Giroud and Morata. I think that's what he'd do, but he'll sell off Morata and keep Giroud. To have three strikers, but I don't know. But the main concern for Chelsea are the goalkeeper, left back, and centre back. So, and they're not even rumoured. They're only rumoured to get like Ben Chilwell. That's it. Not even a. I think they're probably going to end up buying Ake because they have a release clause when they sold him to Bournemouth. Not a release clause, a buyback clause. Sorry. So I think it's a buyback clause of like 30 million. Or something.
So would you play Ake and Tomori as the partnership?
Yeah.
I think that's a very young, like inexperienced partnership. I mean, Ake's fairly experienced, but I think for Chelsea it would be good really to go out and get potentially like maybe just a 33-year-old Italian centre back who just knows what to do, calms it down, just buy them in for 5 mil or something. Get one in like who is it? A Serbi maybe, something like that.
Well, yeah, he's had a very good season at Lazio, so maybe someone like him, a very experienced centre back.
Yeah.
But they're rumoured to get Dean Henderson, but we're recording this just after the Man U Chelsea game, and after watching that game, it's not just that game, but after watching that game, Man U fans or Man U have got to think, right, we've got Dean Henderson, a very good keeper, on loan at Sheffield United. We should sell off De Gea while he's still got some sort of reputation before he ruins it completely. While he's still got some sort of value, and then keep Dean Henderson. Where would De Gea go, though? I mean, if Chelsea get Oblak, go back to Atletico. I'm sure he'll go back there.
Yeah.
So
I can't see Oblak leaving Atletico Madrid. I think the main target for Atletico Madrid is the Champions League, and I think they could
Chelsea get Champions League, which
this
I think
season.
they will.
Maybe I think Atletico Madrid could actually win.
I think Bayern Munich could win it, but it could be Atletico.
Well, I mean, the thing with Bayern Munich is we saw, Liverpool played Bayern Munich last year, and I don't think they can handle like modern football, because you got to remember, in the German league it's very different. Of course, it's been good this season, the German league, with a lot of good footballers, but I just think the German league is behind.
Yeah, but did you
the
see
Spanish and the English league? I'd say.
Did you see
potentially the Italian league, maybe?
Sorry, did you see Bayern Munich against Tottenham at Tottenham's ground? They won 7-2.
Yeah,
they won 7-2.
You got to remember who's
beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge 3-0.
I couldn't see Bayern Munich coming away with a win if they came across City.
Do you think City will beat Real Madrid?
Yeah, I do, but I think
really,
Real
Madrid have been very good this season.
I think Atletico Madrid will win the Champions League.
I hope they do, just because the winners beat Liverpool.
They're a good team, though.
They are a good team. The reason that they're that good is because they're so good defensively, and they're just so organised. Like, even Renard, I've never watched Renard Lodi before, but watching the 2 legs against Liverpool, he's class.
I mean, everyone laughed, didn't they, really, when they saw Kieran Trippier going to Atletico Madrid, thinking that's weird, but he's proved himself.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen much of it, but the 2 legs against Liverpool, he was class. I don't think... I feel sorry for him in a way, because he's a good player, but I don't think there's any way back for him in the England team. He's like a forgotten man, isn't he? Now that he's gone to Spain.
He had an unreal World Cup, though. He was unbelievable.
Yeah, he did. But now that you've got Trent, who's a little bit more experienced, that's 2 years later. You've got Wan-Bissaka, you've got Kyle Walker, you've got Reece James.
Yeah.
There's a lot of right backs, but even if you take Kyle Walker out, even if you play 5 at the back and play Kyle Walker right centre back, you've still got a lot of right backs to choose from.
Who would you play at right back? Would you play Wan-Bissaka or Trent?
I'd play Trent.
But would you not put Trent potentially in the midfield? Or would you not say
just depends? I think he's just too good at right back. And he creates more than midfielders playing at right back. So I don't know whether that's Gareth Southgate's type of tactics. Don't know what he's going to do.
Honestly, I'm not sure if I could see Harry Kane in there. Who
would you put in?
I would play Sancho, Sterling, and
he's always going to pick Harry Kane. He has a good World Cup as well. But anyway, talking about transfers, I mean, it says Manchester United. This was from today from Sky Sports. Well, all this is from Sky Sports. Manchester United are on the verge of signing Jadon Sancho for Borussia Dortmund, and it's in the region of about 100 million, 109 million. One of them, I think. He's another one I'd like to. Even though he's going to Man U, he's English. You want to see him in the Premier League.
Apparently, he's got a really bad attitude, though.
Has he?
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. I think it depends how Man U progress, but I think he'll be one of the best in the world. Him and Greenwood. I just think if he goes if Sancho goes to Man U, and Man U keep on improving the way they are and keep on going the way they are, they'll start being on top again.
With Greenwood he looks very. I mean, Rashford started as well, very similar. Like, came in very young, scoring loads of goals. Like, looked really good. But the thing, like, I think we might have talked about this on a podcast, or we might have just talked about it in a Discord call. But I said to you, with a lot of players, that's like, you can be in 2 years' time, you just don't progress as a player. You just stay at the same level. And I think that's what's happened with Rashford, to be honest. And it'd just be interesting to see when Greenwood does get a bit more experience, if he would stay at the same level for 2 years. Because if he stays there 2 years, he could stay there 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and then just doesn't move on as a player. Do you know what I mean?
Well, another one I haven't got it here, but another rumor is, PSG want Rashford, and
No, I can't see that happening.
Man U would accept a bid for like 120 million or something, and Rashford said he would consider it. But I just don't think he would leave. He can't leave Man U, can he?
No.
Why would he leave Man U? It's his boil club. He's the type of player to just stay at the club for his whole career. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Become a Man U legend. He can't
do
that
funny,
if he
but
leaves.
why would he want to go to France where he's playing against teams he's winning 6-0 every other week?
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
well, Barcelona said, PSG said you can to Barcelona you can only have Neymar.
If they get Rashford.
No, they're saying to Barcelona, you can only have Neymar if you give us Dembele and 72 million, which I think is fine. Injury prone. I know you paid 100. I know they paid 100 million for, and he's injury prone and he's not the best. Give them to him. Pay the 72 mil because it's Barcelona. They've always got millions. Go and get Neymar back.
Yeah,
that's what I would say. Because Messi said Barcelona is a mess at the minute. They're a weak team. He said they're a weak team.
Well, can you see Messi moving on?
No, but I want to see him move on.
Do you know where I think a potential signing for him could be? And I said this. I was
Napoli, didn't you?
Yeah, I said Napoli. I think he could follow in Maradona's footsteps, and I do think Napoli would be a move. I think it just massively all depends on really the money that Napoli have, but they've got some world class players, and I think if they sell Koulibaly to City, then that could be on with the money they get from that.
Well, wasn't it the other way round? Maradona was at Napoli, then he went to Barca.
He went to Sevilla.
Wait, didn't he play for Barcelona?
Do you know what? This is absolutely awful, but I actually have to go on Wikipedia. I know it was
could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I don't know. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
But I think because people say, "Oh, Maradona, Pele." It's either Maradona, Pele, Cristiano Ronaldo, or Messi that are in the category for best ever players. And I think if Messi moves club, and does what he's doing in another club, in another league, different country, that's what will determine the best.
That is player. Partly why I always say Ronaldo is better than
because he's done it in other leagues.
Proved it in three or four leagues. Yeah.
100%. Three. Well, I mean, I don't know whether you count Sporting, but
yeah, I'd say he's proved himself in Portugal at a young age.
Yeah.
Came to England, and what a player!
Yeah. Well, I think that's even though Ronaldo's done it in 3 leagues, I think even Messi does it in one other league, just in a different country anywhere. Well, in the top 5 league anyway, and does exactly what he's doing now and done. That's what will determine him the best ever player. I think so, and I hope he does because it's just boring sometimes watching an amazing player that play for the same club. You like to see challenges. Even though I'm not Ronaldo that much of a Ronaldo fan or a Juventus fan or whatever, but I was excited to see Ronaldo at Juventus just to see how good he would be.
Yeah, that's why we're excited to see Werner coming to Chelsea and Ziyech.
Yeah,
just unreal players coming to the Premiership, and
that's why I say that determines why I'm a football fan. I'm just a Liverpool fan. I'm a football fan, even though, like I said, with Sancho going to United and Ziyech I'm excited to see Ziyech and Werner. It's because I'm a football fan. I want to see them in the Premier League. I know it's against rivals, and might stop Liverpool win the league, which I want. Which obviously I want Liverpool to win the league, but it's entertainment watching these amazing players come to the Premier League.
Of course, Leeds came up.
Yes, that is its
I'm excited about that, and also, do you know what I think about Leeds? I think Leeds are a perfect description of a team to just go to Old Trafford, go to the Etihad, and just pick up a point and take 2 points away from City, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, even Liverpool. Maybe they might turn up to Anfield and doing 3-0 or something. That's the kind of team that Leeds are.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see them.
Yeah, I've wanted Leeds in the Premier League for ages. It's been 16 years since they've been in the Premier League. They nearly got... Well, they did get relegated to League One. Had so many managers. Came back up. Were in the Championship for a while again. And then last year, they bottled it with Marcel Bielsa. This year, they've not just promoted, they've won the league now because Brentford and West Brom lost. So now they've won the league. And I'm so happy for them. Because teams that I've said on the podcast, I want like Leeds, Blackburn, Bolton, them type of teams back in the Premier League. So
Wigan as well.
And Wigan, yeah. But I think that's it for Leeds now. Like I think that's it. I think they'll be in the Premier League for at least a decade.
Yeah.
Or if not 2 decades. But just that's it now. Once they're in. I think he'll stay in there. Because Leeds were winning the league 20 years ago. And then they relegated with a really good team. And now I think Bielsa, now that they've won the league, they get, what is it, 150, 250 million or something like that, 150 to 200 million. So they'll have money to spend, and they'll back Bielsa. And well, Ben White, he's on loan from Brighton, and I think...
Yeah, they're saying he's a 40-50 million pound player.
14-15?
No, 40-50.
Yeah, well, they're saying that about Dunk as well. And Dunk's okay, but I wouldn't rate him as that. Ben Godfrey apparently is a 50 million pound player.
No
Do you
way.
see the mistake?
No, yeah, I saw that yesterday. No way.
Yeah, that's what Norwich said. They'll only sell him for 50 million. Especially if you relegate as well. Can't be doing that. But I think Leeds should sign Ben White. Apparently they're after Edwards from Celtic as well.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, that'd be a good sign.
Yeah, I don't know who else they could get, but maybe John McGinn. I know Newcastle are after John McGinn.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, he gets stuck in, doesn't he?
There's a few good plays for Villa. I mean, could you see them going for someone like El Ghazi or Trezeguet? Even
maybe
Wesley,
Trezeguet. Maybe Trezeguet. I'd say Trezeguet's better than El Ghazi.
Someone
like Wesley or Samata could.
Yeah, do you think I could see Pookie going to Leeds?
Nah, he's overrated, I think.
Do you think? I mean, he scores goals.
He's old now as well. He's like 31. But yeah, I think that's it for Leeds now. Well done to them. If you're a Leeds fan, I'm happy for you. But speaking of Norwich, Todd Cantwell is being monitored by Leicester and Newcastle. And you said that, I think you said on the podcast, Leicester should go for Todd Cantwell, and it looks like they are. But
yeah, he's a good player, Todd Cantwell. I think, yeah, he looks insane, really.
Well, Leicester haven't been doing well, have they? They lost again today, 3-0. They lost again, 3-0. So I think they'll get Europa League.
Yeah, that's the thing with Leicester. If they're getting Europa League, that's still a very good season for Leicester. Let's be honest, but
they should have got
what
Champions
they've done
League
this season, yeah, they should definitely get Champions. They should be third, really.
I
think if the league would have carried on, they would have got third.
Yeah, they've had some tough games, but still, like Everton, you should be winning because they're poor. Bournemouth, you should be winning because they're poor. They lost 4-1, and that 4-1 loss, all 5 goals were mistakes.
No.
So it was just poor from Leicester that day. Awful. Another one here. Thiago agrees Liverpool team, so Thiago Alcantara is close to.
I think he's a bit
moving to Liverpool.
Too odd, but then you're saying United are interested as well.
Yeah, it says that Liverpool are close to signing him, and they've agreed personal terms, and Thiago wants to leave. He's rejecting a contract, and he wants to join Liverpool. But it's also saying here, Man United are close to sign him as well. So I don't know what that's all about.
I mean, look at Fabinho. That was
the same. Wasn't it?
That was Liverpool and United going for him. But
well, the thing is with Fabinho, there was no rumours. I didn't see any rumours about. I was always looking on Sky Sports and stuff. There was no rumours. There was no bids. Nothing. and it just like that. It said, "Oh, Liverpool have signed."
I had a funny thing about that because obviously I went to the Champions League final in Kiev, which was obviously won't get into that for reasons because of a German goalkeeper, but yeah, we landed in Birmingham because we went down there and we got loads of different flights around Europe because it was a nightmare to get to Ukraine. But I remember we landed in Birmingham, and then it was just the last bit of the journey going from Birmingham like to our house, which is like 2 hour drive, 3 hour, probably 2.5 hour drive. And then I just looked on my phone as soon as we got in the car and said Fabinho just signed for Liverpool. I was like, didn't see that coming.
Yeah, there was no rumours or nothing. It just straight like that. Him signing the contract, him with the shirt up.
I think it must have been agreed before the actual final was played.
Even if it was, there was nothing on social media about it at all.
No, it was kept quiet.
It was when it said Liverpool have signed Fabinho for Monaco for so much, and then I think it was like 43
He's
million.
been an unreal signing for Liverpool.
Oh yeah, and it's like him holding the shirt up at Anfield or the training ground or whatever, or Melwood, and it was just a shock. And he was a bit shaky at the start, but it took him about 3 months.
Same with Robertson, he was very shaky at the start. Remember, Moreno was playing instead.
Yeah, but that's what happens. People have got to settle in. Players like Joelinton, they've been thrown in. He hasn't settled in yet.
No.
But who was it? There was another one that got thrown in, and now he's settled. I can't remember. In the Premier League, he just got thrown in straight away, and he was shaky. Almiron.
Yeah, Almiron. Yeah.
He was thrown in straight away, a little bit shaky. Now he's doing all right. But
I remember speaking to some Newcastle fans, and they were saying he's unreal.
Yeah, he's class. I've watched him and the link up between him and St. Maximin. It's like Joelinton's been moved to bloody left mid.
Yeah.
Instead of striker. He's like a big striker. He's been moved to left mid. And
I think the thing with St. Maximin is he doesn't really have a technique though. How he plays football, he just runs about and.
Yeah, he's very. What he does is he dribbles past the player and then just shoots.
Yeah. He's
very greedy.
It's like watching kids football, to be honest, when you watch him.
Yeah, it's like watching a 15-year-old playing a 10-year-old under 10s.
Yeah, 100%.
The way he just gets the ball and runs around and does skills and then shoots.
Mm.
But moving on to more transfers, we've got Lille have had a £23 million bid for Canada striker Jonathan David, rejected by Ghent. And I've heard good things about this guy. Bow-footed.
Yeah.
Very promising. I know Ajax were after him as well, but do you know anything about him?
All I know is that he had a team of the season card in FIFA. That's all I know. And I got him in for a Champs reward, so...
Was he any good?
No, I hated him in the game, but apparently he's meant to be good.
Yeah, he's only 20. But him and Alphonso Davies, Canada.
I mean, I think he's the kind of player that goes like Borussia Mönchengladbach, maybe. Something like that.
I think someone like Ajax...
even Leverkusen for the money if they sell Havertz.
Well, now that is another one. Napoli are close to signing Osimhen for like the Lille striker for like 81 million or something. It was either
he's had an insane season.
Yeah,
but then again, it's French football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was either going to come to Liverpool or go to Napoli, and he decided to go to Napoli. But Mertens is getting old, so Milik's okay, but
it's probably Insigne's getting old.
He's about 29, I think, 30. So yeah, he's getting a little bit old. But I think they're buying him, and then they know that they're going to sell Koulibaly to probably Man U or Man City. So that's probably
City,
that money.
Really,
I think City, yeah. They're after Alaba as well.
God knows what United will do for a centre back, because we've just watched the game then, United versus Chelsea, and
Lindelof not good enough.
I don't think Maguire's good enough either.
No, he's not. He's not worth the 80 million. But yeah, I think with Ajax selling Ziyech as well, I think they could do with Jonathan David. So, but have you heard about the swap deal with Arsenal and Barcelona? Matteo Guendouzi and Coutinho.
No, but Guendouzi, Can't see him in a Barca shirt, to be honest.
Guendouzi plus cash. So
I don't
know
he's
how
good
much.
enough, really, Guendouzi, to be honest, for the Premiership.
No, he's not. He's not. So that's good. That's good for Arsenal, and Coutinho's all right, to be fair. So he's good.
He's gone so downhill, hasn't he, in the last year? Coutinho.
He was good. He had some very good games for Bayern Munich, especially against Tottenham. He was unplayable against Tottenham. Him, Gnabry, and Lewandowski were unplayable.
Gnabry's unreal.
Yeah, he's great.
I remember watching.
He used to play for Arsenal and West Brom.
Yeah, I went to Liverpool versus Hoffenheim, and it was the second leg of the playoff of the Champions League, and Gnabry was playing, and I sat there with my dad, and I was going, "Do you know what? He's gonna be the next big thing in." But they brought him off after like 30 minutes or something. I don't know why, but
I think the season after. Oh no, it was that was just before the season started, wasn't it? Because it was Champions League qualifying. So he had that season.
It was the season when Liverpool got to Kiev. It was that season.
Yeah. But that coming season, that's when he had a really good season with Hoffenheim.
Yeah.
And then Bayern Munich bought him.
Wait, wasn't he on loan to Hoffenheim?
From where?
From Bayern Munich originally.
I don't think so.
I'll have to have a look at it. Wikipedia for you.
But he's very good. Got me Pepsi Max.
Yeah, he was on loan at Hoffenheim.
Oh, right. So who did Bayern Munich buy him off?
Werder Bremen.
Ah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting confused. Yeah. But there's another transfer. Zenit St. Petersburg are keen on Liverpool defender.
Yeah, Lovren, I've seen that, yeah.
It says Dean Lovren here, but I think it's meant to be Dejan Lovren.
Well, he thinks he's the best centre-back in the world, doesn't he? But
yeah. Honestly, it
says... Not after the Russian league, I don't think.
It says for roughly 15 million. Take him for nothing. Take him for 1 million.
No. Well, I saw Zenit want to pay 9 mil, but Liverpool are saying, no, we'll only sell him for 15.
Oh, right. There you go.
So the quicker he's out of Liverpool, the better for.
Yeah. He needs to go for me. He needs to go. Joe Gomez hasn't been good since we've come back.
No, he hasn't. He's been poor.
He's been poor. Who else? Salah's been poor, even though he scored 2 against
Robertson's been poor since the one league.
Not everyone has been poor, but it's just it happened to Man U years. Like when Man U went on top all the time. It happened with them. They were once they won the league and those games spare, they were losing like games against shit teams. So
what was it with Van Dijk and Arsenal in that game? It's awful.
Yeah, well, just 2 errors. It was too easy for Liverpool. They dominated the whole game, but it was too easy for Liverpool in the first half.
Oh yeah,
bar the mistakes. But to tell you what, Arsenal's defence played well in the second half, and against Man City in the FA Cup. They were like, it was like 8 at the back, or 9 at the back.
It was always in Arsenal's half.
It was always in not even just the half. It was in the quarter. Yeah. Arsenal's quarter. But David Luiz was man of the match in my opinion.
Yeah, he played well. He's done well really actually after the what game was it against City?
Liverpool. No, after
City
when he made them mistakes. Yeah. He got heavily criticised.
He's done all right since, to be fair.
And apparently he's getting another deal. So I think.
Well, no, he has. He signed another deal.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, God knows why Arsenal would actually do that though, because I couldn't trust him as a centre back. I think he's dodgier than Lovren, to be honest.
Yeah, he is more of a liability. But they've brought back Saliba from his
I saw that, yeah.
And he's had a good season as well. So
I think he's 18, isn't he?
I think he's about 20.
18. I thought he was 18, 19.
Just check.
Yeah, I'll have a look. Wikipedia again.
I think he's about 20.
He's 19.
19. In between. Yeah. We were in between. But yeah, he's a decent centre back, but who knows whether he's going to be good for Arsenal. But we were talking about Koulibaly going to City and centre backs they need. They're after Koulibaly, Alaba, and I think they're going to be buying Alaba as a centre back to play centre back because he's been playing. He's had a very good season this season. Basically, what they did was, I think one of the centre backs got injured. So because Alaba's played centre back before, they moved him to centre back and brought Alphonso Davies to left back. And because they were both playing so good, they just kept it that way. So I think Man City are wanting to buy Alaba as a centre back, but obviously he can play left back. So if they need him left back, they'll play him there. But it says Man City said they're interested in Jose Maria Jimenez for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Saying Man City will have to break the world record transfer fee for a defender to sign Jose Jimenez from Atletico Madrid. And it says a region of 109.1 million for centre back.
Yeah.
I've only seen him a handful of times. I mean, he's decent, but I wouldn't say 110 million.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Van Dijk, 75 million, and he's now the best defender in the world. So
yeah.
It's just, I don't know, but Man City could make him the best defender in the world. I doubt it, but you never know.
Yeah, maybe.
But 110 million for a centre back is a lot, and 80 million from Maguire was a lot. And just look what happens to him now. But Man City, they've got the money. They just splash it everywhere. Doesn't matter. They could buy Messi if he wanted to go to Man City.
Well, that's what I said. I did say I think Messi, if he's to leave, will go to City or Napoli.
He was rumoured a few years ago when Pep Guardiola first went, wasn't
he? Yeah.
But we were talking about Jadon Sancho. He's on the verge of signing. But it says if Man U can't get him, they've identified Watford forward Ismaila Sarr as an alternative.
Yeah, he looks incredible.
But I mean, he looks good, but you can't really compare him to Sancho. I think Sancho is miles better than him. But it depends how much you're going to pay for.
But Sarr's, he's really proved himself against Liverpool and just in the Premiership in general. So I think he's more experienced in the Premiership. So I don't know.
I mean, he's had an okay season. It just depends how much they're going to pay for him. But I don't think he'll be as good as Jadon Sancho. I mean, if you're going to spend some money, you might as well go all out. And I know we've been in a pandemic and stuff like that where teams don't have as much money, but still, it's Man U, biggest club in the world.
Yeah.
Go and buy him. I wouldn't get Sarr. But speaking of Watford, and you've only just found this out, Watford manager Nigel Pearson and his assistant Craig Shakespeare have both been sacked with immediate effect. God knows why. Because if you look at the table now, I think Norwich are 10 points behind 19th. And Watford were bottom before Nigel Pearson got took over. So he's not just took them past bottom, he's took them out of the relegation zone.
Yeah, but what I think they're looking for is to be a mid-table team, really, because they've got a lot of potential with a lot of players.
He's done a good job, and it's harsh, I'd say, because
I think I see where you're coming from, but I think they are looking for next season.
Yeah, but there's 2 games left. He's done a really good job because they were bottom of the table, and now there's 10 points between. I think it's 10 between Norwich and Bournemouth. I think whoever's 19th.
I think Bournemouth and
Villa. So that just shows how good of a job he's done. I just don't get it. And for 2 games, I don't know who Watford have their next 2 games, but it's a bizarre one. But the under-23s manager will take over, it says, for the remainder games. Don't know who that is. But yeah, apparently he's going to take over.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's all I've got for transfers.
Yeah, and well, I mean, every week we'll come back with a few more that have been confirmed, maybe, and that are in the media. But
I
few
think
exciting ones.
Yeah, I think the transfer window opens a week tomorrow. Is it? Next Monday, the 27th, I think it is, and then it's till like the 5th of October, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's a long one, but I'm interested to see what players go where. But if there are any other transfer rumours that we haven't discussed, let us know. It'd be interesting to see what you've seen on other sources, because I only usually look at Sky Sports, but I do follow other people on Twitter who have other sources. So, but yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And I saw on Twitter last night, actually, a lot of people saying Tierney was better than Robertson. So I'll just leave that one for the ending after how Arsenal play.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Yeah, just leave that one there. So yeah, everyone, right? Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a shorter one than the last ones, but we did have a guest on the last podcast. So if you haven't checked it out, I would definitely recommend to check it out because we interviewed someone who was called the next Alan Shearer at the time. So yeah, 100% give that a watch and let us know what you think of it.
If you're on Spotify, thanks for listening. If you're on YouTube, thanks for listening or watching.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, we'll catch you next week with another podcast. Take care, lads.
See you then. Peace.